Hello. The last unit that we have to discuss from the exam's point of view is dealing with the applied philosophy unit. Now, in here, you see democratization of technology. Please be very thorough with the meaning, the scope, the essence of the term. What is the meaning of democratization? And studying the change in the scene starting from the invention of the printing press to the advent of internet. Now, you see, this is a very theoretical concept. So, the kind of a question that you could get in the exam is on the basis of different statements that could be given to you. So watch this lecture very carefully. This is very important. Then we have the concept of philosophical counseling. Now this is under applied philosophy. Its scope, goal, methods, philosophical practices, tools, etc. kinds of therapy are all discussed in here. Then we have the meaning of what exactly is applied philosophy. Now, you see, this is a very important question from the exam's point of view. You could get a question on the unit itself. That is, they are going to ask you about what is the definition of applied philosophy. How is it very different from other kinds of philosophies under ethics? So, be very sure. Please understand that applied of practical philosophy is one and the same thing. It is extensively discussed in lecture 312. Please watch it here. Also, if you go through here, you see that the distinctions between applied and pure philosophy is also one such concept that can be asked in the exam. We have dealt it here in a great detail. Watch the lecture. Then very important next is the environmental ethics. Now, nature as means or end. Starting with Kant's maxim of treating rational beings as end and never as mean, then we have, different other important philosophers in here. For instance, Aldo Leopold, his land ethics is very important. Remember the name of the text, the author concerned, and what all common goals of environmentalists are discussed in the branch of environmental ethics. Very, very important. Then moving on, we have ethical implications of biotechnology. Similarly, like we discussed for democratization of technology, this is just like that. What I mean by just like that is that it is a very theoretical concept. Be certain with the definition, the meaning, the different areas of biotechnology, and we have also discussed this with an example diagram in the lecture concerned, so please watch it very carefully. Moving on, we have medical ethics. Now, euthanasia is one such concept that has been asked in the exam. So, the definition, the purpose, the etymological meaning, the three kinds of euthanasia are very important, the two ways of conducting it, and then the moral arguments in favor or against euthanasia. Now, you see, you could get a question on moral arguments in favor or against it. So you need to be absolutely thorough with the moral arguments both in favor and against euthanasia. This is a very important concept, not only because it has been asked in the exam before, but it was also in the news. So there are more chances of this concept coming in the exam. Then under applied ethics, we have medical ethics. Another aspect of it that we're dealing with is a doctor-patient relationship. We have discussed this in a great detail. What are the basic premises or the principle of doctor-patient relationship are discussed in here. How is it associated with medical ethics is also discussed in this lecture. Please watch it very carefully. Then we have under environmental ethics, one aspect of it was nature as means or end. Another aspect of it is the animal rights. Now, Peter Singer is one of the most important philosophers for the same. Remember what all concepts he has come up with in his philosophy. For instance, anti-speciesism. What is anti-speciesism? What is the meaning of speciesism in the first place? What is PETA? What is the history of animal rights and welfare in philosophy? Very important concept. Please watch this lecture very carefully. Then we have some other important concepts under medical ethics, which is surrogacy. So surrogacy is also discussed in a great detail here. The different aspects of it, for instance, what are the laws for the same in India is also discussed here. There are less chances of there being a question on the laws in relation to the surrogacy, but nevertheless be well prepared with it. We have done a comparison with other world countries also here. We've done the criticism aspect also. Watch this lecture very carefully. Then we have female infanticide. Similarly, you can associate this lecture with the feminism aspect that we have discussed under social political philosophy. We're dealing with here as an ideology itself that, what are the effects of a patriarchal society and how it is in a way linked with female infanticide. Be very thorough with the understanding and also the ways of practicing discrimination, especially when it's coming to the female sex. Then we have eco-philosophy, environmental ethics. Now here we are dealing with a simple understanding of the same. Like what are the kind of environmental damages? What are the different ways of pollution? What are the important terms? For instance, green politics was asked in the exam. So it was asked from this particular concept also. Watch this very carefully. Then we have abortion, like surrogacy, there's also abortion. So the same way how you approach the concept of surrogacy, that is lecture 318, similarly you have to approach lecture 321. The last is corporate governance. Now corporate governance is very important. We are here dealing the different components of the same, the essence of it, what is the purpose, the definition and the origin of the term. These are the important concepts under applied philosophy. Now, since applied philosophy, as you know, is a recent addition to the syllabus, you'll definitely get at least 3 to 4 questions from this very unit. Now, the beauty of this unit is that the questions are rather simple. Okay, so watch the lectures carefully, have a thorough understanding of the concepts in the first place, and you'll never get a question wrong. So, I hope this was informative. Thank you for watching.